When your ex comes back, don't reply too fast, because not everyone who returns comes back with love. Some come back because they are lonely. Some come back because they lost better. And some come back just to see if they still have access to you. So before you say, "I miss you too," ask yourself, do they deserve another chance, or just your silence? Your ex came back. Now what? In this video, I'll show you the strongest and smartest response that protects your value and keeps you in power. Stay till the end. When your ex comes back, your heart does not stay calm. It starts remembering everything at once: the happy memories, the late night calls, the promises, the dreams, the comfort of having someone who once felt like home. But along with that, another side also wakes up: the pain, the disappointment, the tears, the sleepless nights, the silence after the goodbye. And suddenly, you feel stuck between two worlds. One world says, maybe this is love coming back. The other world says, be careful, you know how this story ended. And honestly, both voices are right. Because when an ex returns, it is never a simple moment. It is emotional, it is confusing, it is personal. Sometimes they come back with regret. Sometimes they come back with loneliness. Sometimes they come back because they truly changed. And sometimes they come back because they are afraid to be alone. That is why your response matters more than their return. Because not everyone who says "I miss you" deserves access to your heart again. And not every second chance is a love story. Sometimes it's just a repeated lesson. So how do you respond when your ex comes back? Do you ignore them? Do you forgive them? Do you trust them again? Do you give love another chance? The answer is not found in emotions alone. It's found in awareness, in self-respect, in honesty, and in understanding one simple truth. Just because someone comes back does not mean they belong in your future. Today, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how to respond when your ex comes back. Not from weakness, but from wisdom. Not from loneliness, but from self-worth. Because the wrong reply can reopen old wounds, but the right response can protect your peace. The first thing you must do is pause. Yes, pause. Do not reply immediately. Do not answer because your heart is racing. Do not answer because your ego feels satisfied. And definitely do not answer because loneliness is speaking louder than logic. Take your time. Breathe. Sit with your feelings. Because sometimes we do not miss the person, we miss the feeling. We miss being loved. We miss being wanted. We miss having someone to talk to. But missing connection is not the same as missing the right person. Sometimes we only miss familiarity, and familiarity can be dangerous when it leads us back to pain. Ask yourself honestly, do I miss them, or do I just miss not being alone? This question can save you from repeating the same heartbreak, because loneliness can make toxic things look romantic, and silence can make the past look softer than it really was. Before you reply to them, remember why they became your ex. That reason matters. People often forget the truth because nostalgia is powerful. You start remembering the good moments, the laughs, the trips, the inside jokes, the moments that felt magical. But memory can be selective. It can hide the disrespect. It can hide the lies. It can hide the emotional exhaustion. So ask yourself, why did this relationship end? Was it because of a misunderstanding? Or was it because they broke your trust? Did they leave because life became hard? Or because they stopped valuing you? Did they cheat? Did they lie? Did they disappear when you needed them most? Did they make you feel small while asking for your love? Because love without respect is not love, and apologies without change are just repeated patterns. If someone hurt you deeply, their return should not erase the damage. You are allowed to remember the truth, and truth is important. Because sometimes people come back not because they changed, but because they assumed you never did. They think your heart is still waiting. They think your love is still available. They think your door is still open. And maybe it is. But before opening it, ask, have they truly changed? Not what they say, what they show. Because words are easy. Anyone can say, I miss you. Anyone can say, I made a mistake. Anyone can say, I changed. But real change is not spoken. It is visible. It is consistent. It is patient. Real change takes responsibility. A mature apology sounds like this. I know I hurt you. I understand what I did. I'm not here to pressure you. I just wanted to be honest and take accountability. That's different. That feels real. But if they come back with excuses like, I was confused, it was bad timing, you were also difficult, life was stressful, be careful, because people who avoid responsibility usually repeat the same mistakes. An apology without accountability is manipulation wearing soft clothes. Don't be fooled by beautiful words without honest ownership. Now let's talk about your response. If you know in your heart that you do not want them back, be clear. You don't need a dramatic speech. You don't need anger. You don't need revenge. Sometimes the strongest response is calm and simple. You can say, thank you for reaching out. I've moved forward and I want to protect my peace. I truly wish you well. That's enough. Simple, respectful, powerful. Closure doesn't always require a long conversation. Sometimes closure is choosing yourself. Sometimes closure is silence. Sometimes closure is refusing to reopen a chapter that already taught you enough. And if they keep trying to come back, remember this. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone access to your life just because they suddenly miss you. Your healing is not a waiting room. Your heart is not public property. Now, what if you still love them? This is where things become difficult, because feelings don't disappear just because logic tells them to. Sometimes you still love the person who hurt you. Sometimes your heart still remembers them as home, and that's painful. But here's emotional maturity. You can love someone and still know they're not good for you. Love alone is not enough. A relationship also needs trust, respect, consistency, safety, peace. Without these things, love becomes suffering, and suffering should never be confused with passion. If your heart says yes, but your peace says no, listen to your peace, because your heart can be emotional. Peace is honest. Many people return to unhealthy relationships because they confuse chemistry with compatibility. Just because the connection feels strong doesn't mean it's healthy. Fire also feels warm, but it can still burn your entire life down. So be careful. Strong feelings are not proof of right timing. Sometimes they're just proof of unfinished pain. Now let's talk about second chances. Do people deserve them? Sometimes yes. People make mistakes. People grow. People learn. Not every breakup is permanent. Sometimes good people lose each other because of immaturity. Sometimes timing destroys something beautiful. And sometimes two people meet again with better understanding. That can happen. But second chances should be earned, not handed out because of nostalgia. If someone wants another chance, they should come with clarity, not confusion. They should show consistency, not disappear again. They should respect your boundaries, not rush your forgiveness, because trust rebuilds slowly, very slowly. And if they're serious, they'll understand that. Someone who truly values you will not say, if you love me, trust me immediately. No, they will say, I understand why you're careful. Take your time. That's emotional safety. That's maturity. That's love. If you decide to talk again, don't rush back into the relationship. Talk first. Observe first. Watch patterns. Ask hard questions. Why did they leave? Why now? What changed? What are they willing to do differently this time? Don't be afraid to ask uncomfortable questions. Clarity is not rude. Clarity is self-respect. You're not being difficult, you're protecting your future. Because broken trust needs honest conversation, not romantic shortcuts. sometimes people come back because life humbled them. They lost the person who truly cared. They realized your value too late, and now they want another chance. But sometimes they come back because their other options failed. That truth hurts, but it matters. Never become someone's backup plan. You are not an option. You are a choice. And if someone only returns when life becomes inconvenient for them, that's not love. That's convenience. Know the difference. Also, remember this. Your ex returning does not erase your healing. You worked hard to become okay without them. Don't forget that. You survived the silence. You survived the heartbreak. You survived the nights when your chest felt heavy and your mind wouldn't rest. You survived the version of yourself that thought healing would never happen. And yet, here you are, stronger, calmer, wiser. Don't trade that growth for temporary comfort. Don't abandon your progress just because the past knocked again. Sometimes we romanticize people after they leave. We remember their smile, their voice, the way they made us feel in the beginning. But we forget the anxiety, the confusion, the way we kept questioning our worth, the emotional exhaustion, the moments we begged for clarity. Be honest. Do not remember only who they were on good days. Remember how they made you feel on bad days too. That truth matters. Now, let me say something very important. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same thing. You can forgive someone and still not let them back into your life. Forgiveness is for your peace. Reconciliation is earned. Many people think saying no means being bitter. It does not. Sometimes saying no is self-love. You can wish someone well from a distance. You can release anger without reopening the door. That is not cruelty. That is wisdom. Now imagine this. Your ex says, "Nobody understands me like you do." It sounds emotional. It sounds deep. It sounds like love. But be careful. Sometimes people miss your comfort, not your value. Sometimes they miss your presence, not the responsibility of loving you correctly. There is a difference. Do not let emotional words erase emotional history. Patterns speak louder than promises. Always. And if your ex returns after months or even years, do not feel pressured to decide quickly. Take your time. People who are serious can wait. People who only want temporary attention usually disappear fast. And honestly, that tells you everything. Time reveals truth. Never rush decisions that can disturb your peace, especially in love. Now, let's talk about self-worth, because this is the real center of the conversation. How you respond to your ex depends on how much you value yourself. If deep inside you believe you are hard to love, you may accept less. If deep inside you fear abandonment, you may ignore red flags. If deep inside you think love means pain, you may return to suffering and call it passion. That is why healing matters, because healed people choose differently. They don't chase confusion. They don't beg for basic respect. They don't stay where they are repeatedly hurt. Healing changes standards, and standards protect hearts. So when your ex comes back, ask not only do they deserve another chance, also ask, do I deserve better? That question changes everything. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the lesson was never about getting them back. Sometimes the lesson was learning how to finally let them go. And that is powerful. Letting go is not weakness, it's courage. Because sometimes closure is not hearing sorry. Sometimes closure is realizing you no longer need it. You no longer need their validation. You no longer need their explanation. You no longer need their return. You found peace without them. That is freedom. And sometimes that's the best ending. But if your story truly deserves another chapter, make sure it's written differently. Not same pain, different day. Different communication. Different boundaries. Different behavior. Real love grows. It does not repeat the same destruction. And please, do not accept breadcrumbs. Do not celebrate minimum effort. A late night I miss you message is not commitment. A random apology is not transformation. Consistency is the proof. Effort is the proof. Respect is the proof. Without that, words are just noise. Also, do not let guilt control your decision. Sometimes exes return and say, "After everything we had, how can you move on?" Listen carefully. That is emotional manipulation. Your healing is not betrayal. Choosing peace is not cruelty. Protecting yourself is not selfish. You are allowed to move on. You are allowed to choose yourself, even if they finally realize your worth, especially then, because some people only value water after the well runs dry. Do not punish yourself for learning. Do not apologize for boundaries, and never feel guilty for refusing to repeat pain. Now, here's the most mature response you can have when your ex comes back. Honesty. Not revenge, not ego games, not fake coldness, just honesty. If you want nothing to do with them, say it clearly. If you are open to talking, say it carefully. If you need time, say it confidently. Truth with boundaries. That is maturity. Because unclear answers create more damage. Clarity is kindness, even difficult clarity. And remember, your response is not about proving your worth to them, it's about proving your growth to yourself. You are no longer the version of you that accepted confusion. You are no longer the person who begged to be chosen. You are no longer the heart that tolerated disrespect just to avoid being alone. You are stronger now, wiser now, calmer now. Let your response reflect that. Not the old wounds, the new wisdom. Because sometimes the best revenge is not rejection. It's peace. It's happiness. It's becoming someone who no longer breaks for people who once broke them. That is power. That is healing. That is growth. So if your ex comes back, do not panic. Do not romanticize. Do not rush. Pause. Reflect. Observe. Choose wisely, because love should never cost your self-respect. And no matter how familiar someone feels, never let familiarity become a reason to accept less than you deserve. Sometimes they come back to stay. Sometimes they come back to test your boundaries. And sometimes they come back to teach you one final lesson, that you've finally outgrown them. Whatever the reason, respond with dignity, respond with clarity, respond with self-respect. Because the goal is not just to be loved, the goal is to be loved right. And if they can't offer that, let them remain a lesson, not a lifetime sentence. At the end of the day, someone returning is not always a blessing. Sometimes it's simply a test of your healing, a test of your standards, a test of whether you still abandon yourself for love. This time, pass the test. Choose peace, choose self-respect, choose yourself. Because the right person will never force you to choose between love and self-respect. And that's the real answer to how to respond when your ex comes back. Not with desperation, not with fear, not with old habits, but with wisdom, with boundaries, with dignity, and most importantly, with love for yourself first. So if your ex comes back, pause. Don't let memories make the decision. Don't let loneliness open doors your healing worked hard to close. Remember who you became after the pain. Remember the strength it took to move on. Not everyone who returns deserves a place in your future. Some people come back as a lesson, not a love story. Choose peace, choose self-respect, choose yourself. Because the right person will never make you beg for love. They will protect your heart, not break it. And sometimes the most powerful love story is not getting them back, it's finally choosing not to lose yourself again. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more honest relationship advice.